Hello, everyone. This is Demia Avery with What You're Doing Wilmington in partnership with ConnectCapeFear.com. And listen, we have a fun episode that's going on today, and I can't wait for you guys to meet her. This is Dacia Zimmer of Coastal Tourism and Marketing. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am just wonderful. And listen, when I heard that you were coming on the show, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know why? Because you talk about some of the things that I love. You talk about destinations and places to go and things to do. Y'all know I love that kind of stuff. So why don't you tell everybody about your company and what services you offer?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me on the show today. I appreciate it. I'm super excited to tell everybody about the things that I've got going on. So a couple years ago, I started Coastal Tourism and Marketing. Mm-hmm. And the concept behind that is that I wanted to do things to do in the different areas. So my passion is all about traveling personally. I've been to all 50 states and over 28 countries right now. So the list will continue to expand. And the first thing I do when I want to travel is look up things to do in the different areas.
Okay.
Something I saw a need for in this area were things to do. And so I thought, hey, let me start up some marketing and social media channels called Things to Do. And so I started Things to Do Wilmington, Carolina Beach, Raleigh, Charlotte, and a couple other areas.
Nice.
Just to list a few. And so it's been a really fun passion of mine, and I've really enjoyed being able to get that concept up and started and help out some local businesses.
Now, you said you that's what you wanted to do, but how did you actually get started doing that? Because that's a big feat to accomplish.
Yes.
How did you get started just getting everything out there? Because you guys, I looked at her webpage, and she has tons of followers and a lot of people that are looking for her influence to know all things to do here. So how did you actually get started in that?
Yeah, great question. So eons ago, when I went to school, I decided to go into communications and journalism. And so it was all print. And when my last year of college actually was a transition between print to digital. So it really wasn't a very common thing. And so I really had to do a lot of self-teaching, but I knew my passion was in marketing and advertising. Okay. And so I have about 15 years of experience in marketing and advertising, working for different hospitality divisions such as Hilton, Marriott, and actually right across the street, I did the rebranding for the Hotel Ballast about 5 years ago.
That's a beautiful hotel.
It's gorgeous.
It is beautiful. I have yet to stay there. Now, what I like to do, I don't know, do you do this? Like, even if I live in the same city, I like to go to stay the night at some of the hotels and stuff like that, just so I can see what it's all about. Do you do that?
Absolutely, yes. I love staycations, especially when we live in such a beautiful community. A couple weeks ago, my boyfriend and I decided to go to the Lumina out on Wrightsville Beach, which is also a gorgeous hotel, and we had a lot of fun there. They have a restaurant, cocktails, of course you're right out on the beach, and it was a really great experience. And then of course we pretended to be tourists and went down to Jimmy's and K38 and all of those great locations. And being that I have a passion for the beach, I started a concept of luxury picnics because I feel like that's a good thing to do here in the area.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, and that seems like that's the booming thing to do now.
Most definitely.
Wow. So do you get people that actually come up to you now because they know you're the things to do person and the know about tourism and things like that's around the city? Do people actually go into your inbox and like, okay, Dacia, now where am I supposed to go? Where should I eat? Do they do that for you?
They actually do. I get a lot of people who are either going to visit the city. We have a lot of people who are moving here. I'm also a transplant myself.
Okay.
And they'll just reach out. I had last week a gentleman reached out and said he's coming here for his bachelor party and wanted to find some different activities to do. And, this last weekend the forecast was rain. And so that was something that he was concerned about. Do we have things to do here indoors? We have a lot of fun activities indoors, from axe throwing to the battle house, laser tag. Just across the street from here, you have green light escape room. And so I was able to give him a bunch of different fun ideas for them to do. And, the most gratifying part of my job is afterwards they say, thank you so much. It was very easy and informative to go through you directly to find somebody who's here in the area that knows, the best activities and things to do.
Yeah. Now, I was checking out your website and I noticed, I wanted to get to more of the marketing part of what you do. So I noticed you had several different marketing packages and you also had social media packages. How are they? Well, tell me more about the packages and how are they different? If anybody is interested in doing that.
Absolutely. Great question. So I do social media for different businesses in the area. I'm going to do a little shout out for Kim at Live CBD. Hey, Kim. So I run her Google and social media and help her out with different events and promotions that she has going on. And so that's one sector with having my background in business marketing, as I'm able to help local businesses that want to get their name and brand out. And the best part about that is that you also get to get your business featured on my social media pages, whichever things to do. So, here in Wilmington, if she's got an event going on, she gets promoted on my social media pages, stories, events on Facebook. And then what I also do for those one-time events or people that are just having an event going on or, maybe a dinner special is you can reach out and I have a one-time package that I do for businesses. And if you wanted to have me come into yours and try out a service or a product, I get to go to the different locations in the area and try them out. And the best part is I leave you a Google review. And every time I've gone somewhere, it's been amazing. 5 stars across the board.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So with that, I think she and we discussed a little bit before the taping of the show here, and I wanted to ask her about PR because that sounds a little bit also, it could be a little bit like public relations to some degree. Does a lot of people approach you about doing PR for them as well?
Not necessarily. I think I've kind of branded myself more, I call myself a business influencer. So I have a background of knowledge of what businesses are seeking. But like I said, my passion is also in traveling and tourism. So I kind of bring both things to the table when it comes to what are people looking for and what do businesses want to offer. When it comes to the PR standpoint, I think PR is a great, practice, but I try and stay more on the digital side with media.
Got you. Now, I also noticed on your website, I'm so nosy. I go through everything. So I also noticed that you work in other cities as well. So let everybody know what other cities you work. And then my question with that is, say if I'm a business in Wilmington and I needed you to somehow promote me to other cities. Do you do that as well?
Absolutely. I'm going to do a little special teaser here. I've got a big promotion coming up with Cheerwine Soda. They reached out to me because they wanted to have someone who reached a bunch of different cities and areas. So I run Wilmington, Raleigh, Charlotte, and Carolina Beach. And so actually we're going to be kicking off their huge summer campaign for giveaways.
Oh, nice.
And that'll be happening at the end of this month. So they reached out and, wanted to get some information. And so I have some I call them my social media ambassadors in the different areas. So let's say Charlotte, for example, Elena's one of my ambassadors out there. And so if somebody reaches out and says, hey, this week we've got an event going on, can you have somebody come up here? She's amazing and goes out to the different events and she's able to promote the brand for things to do in Charlotte. And then from time to time, I'll travel up there and, do some different events and promotions as well. And luckily, Raleigh's only about an hour and a half away from here. So easy day trip to go up there and work with different local businesses. But keep an eye out on all my Things to Do channels. Like I said, we're going to be kicking off a big promotion with Cheerwine here at the end of the month.
I love that. Now, we talked about how, you deal with other cities and things like that. Now, in Wilmington, do you work specifically with any, let's just say any other businesses or charities or anything like that? Do you have anybody that you work to help the growth of Wilmington?
Yeah, so that kind of ties into my other business I have because I don't have enough, which is you.
This lady here and all these businesses, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so a passion of mine has always been coffee because who doesn't love some coffee?
Okay.
And so during the pandemic, my boyfriend and I renovated a 1990 Sun Chaser trailer and decided to call it Cool Beans Wilmington. So we're bringing cool beans back.
I saw that. I saw it on social media. I saw that.
Yeah, it's a white and blue trailer.
Yes.
And yeah, we partnered with Cheeky Monkey downtown. So they're located right on Front Street. And so they roast all of their beans locally, which we love. And so we use all of their products on our trailer. And a lot of times what we'll do is we'll go to different events, let's say schools, for example.
Okay.
And they'll be doing fundraisers and charities, and we always donate a portion of that back to the schools.
Okay.
We always offer our firefighters and police officers free cups of coffee. So if you're in the area, stop by. We do that for them as well. And then jumping over to my picnic business, we do a lot of promotions and giveaways for different organizations. So one most recently, the 4th trimester, did a big event down at Blue Water, and we donated a picnic for them. So we love helping out the community, love helping with fundraisers. And when I love being able to take these people who win the giveaways and, give them an amazing picnic experience.
Yeah.
Being able to bring joy to everybody in the community and tying things together really is my passion. And part of the reason why I started up my Things to Do channel was to, promote anyone and everyone. I think that having kind of a main hub where no matter what business like CBD or, massages or restaurants, you have a place that you can go to. And I love promoting everybody. And, I think everything and everyone has something that's going on and it deserves to be heard.
Absolutely. I love it. And I love women entrepreneurs. I do. I just think it's amazing. And how you just do so many different things at once, I think is just absolutely commendable. So
thank you. I appreciate
I love that. No problem. Now, I do want to ask, because I heard you mention that you weren't from here. So where are you from?
That is a wonderful question. Bit of a military family engineer background. So I've kind of lived all over the United States, which has been able to help get me to all the different states. So I've lived in Texas, Utah, I've lived in Pennsylvania. Before moving here, I was in Washington State. My brother serves in the Air Force, and so I was able to go out there and be in Spokane, Washington, and then did a lot of research. And I was like, all right, I want to settle down some roots. I want to find a place to go to. And my heart kept saying, go out to North Carolina. So I teased because my boyfriend lives out here. And so I was like, I was meant to come to you, honey. That's why I moved here. So, I love it here. And, it's probably the nicest place I've lived in the sense of people. I have never been somewhere where you can just walk up to anyone and say hi and smile and start up a conversation. And it's genuine. And it's something that, working with other businesses, there's so many entrepreneurs and, individual owned businesses that we're all here to work together and grow together. And I really, really love that about this city. Yeah.
And that was going to be my next question. What is it that you actually like or love about Wilmington? And it's obviously obvious that you love the city. And I think that's amazing. Now, I also noticed that you have a blog.
Yes, I started up a little mini blog, just kind of things that are, happening in the area. And, everybody has their favorites and things that they like to do. And so, a Saturday night rolls around and you're like, well, what should we go and do? I think the thing I love here best is that because there are so many options, you can really do something different every single night and not get bored. Yeah. There are so many restaurants. We don't have your standard a lot of your franchise options here. And so even just walking downtown and, on Front Street, I mean, we've got, I think, over 70 bars and restaurants just in this area that you can go and try out. And so I like to feature on my blog different places to go to and try. And there's a little something for everyone.
I love that. I love the whole blog concept too, because I know everybody's doing podcasts and everybody's doing video and things like that, but there are people that actually like to read.
Yes.
And it takes you to a different place. So I was reading some of your entries there, and I love it. I love just you kind of take us on a journey with you from a personal standpoint. So I actually love that.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. So why don't you let everybody know how they can get in touch with you, how they can get in touch with your business, or, whatever you can do for them to help promote them. Why don't you give a shout out to
Absolutely. Yeah. So you can go to coastaltourismandmarketing.com, a little bit of a mouthful, sorry, or you can reach out on any of my things to do channels via the Messenger platform, and I'll get back to you on different options that we can do. And like I said, I'm here to promote every business and any business, or even if you just have an event coming up and let's just say you wanted to do a prom and you're like, this sounds like fun. I want to host a prom.
Yeah.
Reach out to me and I'll co-host with you. We can work out something to where we can get the word out. I've really enjoyed that my whole platforms on every social media channel is 100% organic. And I think that's really important because once you start to get into buying robot likes and followers, it really messes up your social media.
Yeah.
And so, this concept and idea to work with different businesses like Connect Cape Fear, I really feel like, and your business as well, that no matter what we do, we're all here to grow together.
That's right.
And I don't care whether we have the same business. Let's say you have another, luxury picnic business or, another coffee trailer business. You can reach out to my Things to Do channel and I will still promote you and make sure that your business is given all the love and creativity that I can provide for you.
I love that. So you guys reach out to her, continue to reach out to her, continue to grow her business. We want to thank you so much for dropping by today.
Thank you.
I am very honored and glad that you stopped by because it is, and no, it's very enlightening for me. It's very informative and it's just a lot of fun. So I appreciate you coming to the show today.
Well, thank you for taking some time out of your day. I know you're crazy busy, but you taking this time for me has meant a lot to me as well.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So we are out of here. We want to thank Dacia Zimmer for coming by and we'll talk to you soon. Home is where the heart is and my heart is in Wilmington. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.